The case for GameStonk is a story of American greed, hubris, and the power of collective and leveraged stupidity. Recently, GameStop's whole world got flipped upside down when an army of gamblers who were bored because Vegas is shut down joined a decentralized hedge fund called wallstreetbets and realized that the stock was way overshorted. They pumped them hard, and astronomers are saying that tonight, if you go outside, you can actually see their ticker on the moon. But this massive success hasn't been met without controversy. In response, traditional hedge fund managers everywhere are angry because manipulating the stock market is only legal when they do it.
When does this become manipulation, Jim?
GameStop is a company that historically has had steadily declining revenues, which means they're a good target for big hedge funds to short them. Unfortunately for these billionaires who are soon to be millionaires, they overlooked one thing. When you bet against Wall Street, sometimes Wall Street bets against you. And so began the case for GameStonk. Let's start with their slogan, power to the players. This is actually a metaphor for the fundamental belief of GameStop, that the power should not be centralized by giant mammoth companies who hold all the power, but rather given back to the people. This resonated with many people at Wall Street Bets who knew what it was like to be picked on and ridiculed by billionaire hedge funds. Every day they were laughed at for YOLOing their 401k into Hertz. But who's laughing now? The power balance has shifted. You see, billionaire hedge fund managers overlooked a key component of shorting a stock. Stocks only go in the upward direction. It's crazy, I know, that they don't teach this at Wharton Business School, but that's the kind of crazy superstition and mysticism that existed back then. Now, every 18-year-old with a TikTok account in Robinhood knows better, but it's really crazy to think of just how archaic this way of fundamental investing was and still is. The other side of this equation that many people aren't talking about is the case for in-person retailers like GameStop. Many people thought that with the rise of online game purchases, it'd be the end of GameStop, but I know different. There's a lot of value in walking into GameStop and smelling the soured Mountain Dew and old carpet, the annoying sales clerk, Jeff, and the garbage trade-in value. You can't buy that with an online store. But these billionaires don't play video games, so they don't know that. Another thing these boomers have never heard of is the real fuel of Wall Street Bets, something called a meme. A meme is something that Elon Musk tweets every few hours and gets fined by the SEC for. And recently, the meme started flying with such force that we might as well rebuild SpaceX from the ground up. The only rockets we need are already on the bird. Now, many analysts and anthropologists are already looking at this event and calling it a freak one-off, an anomaly on Wall Street, but I know different. They want to believe that those are just crazy Redditors being dumb, but this is so much more than that. This is a real-life version of Robinhood, where a band of merry men steal from the rich and give to the poor. This is a new world, a brave world, where fundamental analysis doesn't hold us down. All we need is the chart, diamond hands, and the power of 2.4 million raging bulls. That's the case for GameStonk.